So guys, welcome to Cricky's Off-Grid Homestead. I went on a rollabout today on my motorcycle and it took me to this park. Now this is the boat launch in this park, and there's a gazebo that you can throw parties at, and there's a bunch of them out here. It's huge. It's a very, very big place. I don't know where I'm at. I'm just learning. But there's the boat launch. What's really cool is over yonder you see a cat like maintaining the property grounds, like just mowing the lawn, all striped out. These are all women and men's rooms here in this park. It's like, it looks like a state park of some sort. I just think this is way cool. Look at that little picnic table out there yonder on the pier where you drop into this lake. Boy, I want to get a little boat and put in right here. I'm just looking at the waters. It's my first time to take a peek at something like this here, where I'm out on the motorcycle alone. And I'm just like exploring. I've never been here before, so it's very interesting and very, very nice. You can see the ramp where you put in with your boat, and you know they have the pad coming down quite a bit so your trailer don't get stuck, and it just looks like a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful lake. Now that's the road we were riding down over yonder here. It's 287 over there, and we're on the other side of the lake. I kind of thought we'd put in over here. It kind of felt right. So I got the screen in place in here, and I got the cam in place, and I got this beautiful little boom arm that swivels every which way. And I just kind of keep it snug. Now this can slide and telescope, and of course this wiggles this way and this way. You just aim it at the screen, you get it. It's tight enough to stay where I have it. So I went on to the wiring. I put myself a little 110 volt wiring block up in here and just tucked everything in neat. And there's nothing like having a little bit of extra over yonder there to, you know, to stretch out when you grow in the future, you know, because things will change in here, and I'm going to be like, dag, I cut that wire and I didn't want to. So you can see the, boy, she's really running away over there. The charge controller is just peaked. Battery's full, you know, and so this is really cool. And I got some fries on the grill. I'm going to go into the galley here and crack into these fries. All right, see you in a bit. I am inside now after wiring up the pavilion there to do the thing with the outdoor theater, and I'm pretty much done that race there. The pavilion's pretty much intact. The water's running. I can cook. I'm under shelter there. I got a little TV out there. I'm down. There's electricity. I put a 120 volt inverter is ordered, and I have to put it in out there, but that's it, you know. So the wire I have hanging there is just set to be plugged into that inverter, and then you have 120 volts in the power strip out there all day and night long. So the next thing is to make a non-toxic, aggressive weed killer that will not hurt my 5 cats and my hens, because cats tend to lick their paws, and when I was using Roundup, you know, I don't want my cats nauseated. I don't want them to have any chance of that. I don't want it in anything, you know. So I'm doing a mixture of 1 gallon of white vinegar, a cup of salt, and a teaspoon of dishwashing detergent. This is supposed to be, via internet, highly toxic to plants. We don't have to worry about killing other trees or anything, like where the salt may run down underground and start to yellow a tree or something, because there are none. Like, you know, so it's not, we're not dealing with that. So I just have to be careful when I spray it. But unlike Roundup was like, you know, it's kind of cancer causing and all that. So we're going to go with the natural stuff, and that would be salt, white vinegar, and I'm going to spin the camera and show you what I have laid out on the table here. I was just kind of looking down at her. And we're going to take it. I have a pump sprayer outside. It's a 2 gallon, so I'm going to mix a gallon and then maybe ride down on the bike and grab another gallon and fill the thing up and do the whole yard. But I'm going to spray these weeds, and it's going to takes a little longer than Roundup. I think it takes, like, you might see results the next day they start to brown, you know, the next couple days, and then they're gone. It drinks it in, and it goes down to the root, and the root fatigues, and it takes the plant out, the whole plant from the root out. And that's really what it's about, you know. And so this is the ingredients that I looked up online, and this is what it looks like. And it pretty much laid it out there for me, so here we go. And so as you can see, I do have the 4 times diamond, a gallon of vinegar, and some salt. And we're going to take a cup of this stuff and pop it in a measuring cup and mix this stuff up in this little spray bottle you see strapped to the back of my trailer down there. It's a pumper in the top. You pump it up to pressure, and you pull a little trigger, and it has a wand and a long hose, and you carry it around, or I drag it around there when it's full so I don't have to carry it. But I mean, you know, I just run around the yard in the tractor and do it. But all these weeds up and down the sidewalk, you can see, you know, right here, like the grass tufts start coming up. Now, I did not put a weed barrier underneath this stone because I'm just going to fatigue it, and I'm going to add some stone down the road. But this is the first beginnings of getting the yard straightened out, and this is how you do it. But I will not let this get overgrown. This has to go. So we're going to do it naturally. So let's go get her done. You think it's time for a new barrel, guys? Nice. Isn't that a pretty picture? Yeah, baby. And so you can see the tufts of grass, you know, kind of popping up on my sidewalk there. I call it my sidewalk, but and I went around, and you can see the wet spots. And so, but this is what it looks like. Now the concoction's already in it, and so, you know, that's the handle, but you just pump some pressure up in that sucker, and you can feel it when it starts to resist. You lock it on so you can carry it around and extend the wand with a little trigger and just soak the stuff at the roots. And I try to wet the leaves and put it on pretty liberally because I want it to kind of sink in. And so, yeah, you know, you can just wet it and get it. You can smell the vinegar and the salt, you know, but it's not cancer causing. See the rest of the sidewalk. Folks, I really, really appreciate you joining me at Cricky's Off-Grid Homestead. And I will see you next time. And God bless, and take care out there. Be safe.